All right. Hey, Eric. Thanks for making the time to meet with me on Sunday on a short notice. Uh, you're the first guest on my podcast called Higher Profits with Bobby Sharma. So I'm really honored to have you as my first guest. And you and I've known each other for 6+ years. We've done dozens of deals. But tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into real estate and Fresno. Tell us a little bit about why you picked Fresno.
Sure, absolutely. But first, Bobby, let me thank you. It's actually my honor to be your first guest for your podcast. You're well known throughout the Bay Area with your meetups, so it's actually my honor to be your first guest. So I'm a real estate broker. I've been a real estate broker for about 10 years, and I got into real estate because somebody owed me money. And so somebody owed me money. I did some light investments, and at the time, the market had crashed. And I didn't have anything else to do other than real estate investments because I had just dabbled in real estate, and so I know one thing about real estate, or I know one thing about business. When there's a loss, there's a win. So there's always winners and losers. So I got into real estate when the market crashed because I thought there'd be a very good opportunity to invest, and as it turned out, I was correct. So I've been doing this for 11 years now, 10 as a real estate broker. I own my own brokerage in Fresno. This January, we did our 400th flip. So we're on flip 403 as of 404 as of today. And real estate has been very, very profitable. The reason I like Fresno is because it's in California, and like any cities in California, has appreciated. However, it's lower risk than the Bay Area. My returns in Fresno are a little bit better than the Bay Area, and for me it's a safer market. I could diversify. So $1 million in the Bay Area basically ties you up to one property. In Fresno and Central Valley, you could diversify, 4 or 5 properties. So if one doesn't perform, you're still batting 80%.
Got it.
So,
Yeah, that makes and I've known that, and yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And so as far as like the Bay Area investors that are now exploring in investing outside of the 4 or 5 counties in the Bay Area, like one advantage that I see is, Fresno is only 2.5 to 3 hours away from the Bay Area. It is in California. It is still a growing city. But tell our viewers, like, what is it? Why are they looking at places like Denver, Portland, Las Vegas, Atlanta, when they really should be looking at Fresno? It's right in our backyard, but a lot of people forget to take a look at the numbers and the opportunities in Fresno, or maybe in Central Valley, all the cities around Fresno as well. But tell us why they should be looking at Fresno as, a good buy and hold market for the long haul.
Sure. As far as why they invest out of state, I think has to do with better marketing. I think you have investors from Denver, outside of California, who understand that here in California, we have a lot of money. So I think they've done a better job of marketing and selling their cities. So you don't find too many investors from Fresno marketing to the Bay Area because, we're in California, as opposed to, somebody from Denver saying, you know what, there's good properties here, but I'm going to go where the money's at. So they come to Silicon Valley. That's why a lot of investors from the Bay Area have invested outside. It's just better marketing. Fresno is the 5th largest city in California. We're actually bigger than Sacramento. And I think we've been neglected because we're so close. I think sometimes lack of information, lack of knowledge. What you hear about Fresno is that, we're an agricultural city, and therefore there isn't a whole lot of money. But if you really think about it, if the Central Valley folds, so does the rest of California, because the Central Valley literally feeds California. So it is a growing, we used to be number 7. We actually surpassed Sacramento, so we're the 5th largest. And at its growth, Fresno may be the 4th largest city probably within the next 2-3 years. So it is a growing community. It is 2.5 hours away from the Bay Area. And I think people have just really never paid attention just for lack of information. There is, however, one statistic about Fresno. In a healthy market, in a healthy city, 70% of dwellings are owned by owner occupants. However, the opposite is true in Fresno. 51% of dwellings are owned by investors. So that says there's a lot of opportunity. Fresno is a tenant town. So let me give you an example. So in a healthy market, 70% are owner occupied. That leaves you with about 5% or 10% for rental housing, and then the rest is made up by apartments, apartment buildings, and complexes. But the opposite is true in Fresno. About 30% are apartments, building complexes, and small dwellings, and then rental housing. So 51% is owned by investors. Now, I think I think more investors from Los Angeles know about Fresno than the Bay Area, and I think it's just the lack of information, or somebody other than Fresnoans have done a better job of marketing to the Bay Area.
Got it. Yeah, I agree. A lot of the folks from outside the Central Valley have done, they've come here, they've set up a lot of events and a lot of advertising for promoting out-of-state investing. But great. So, Erick, I know you and I are going to start something called the Central Valley Huddle. We're going to meet in Santana Row every other Saturday at 10 a.m. Can you tell us a little bit about where we're going to meet, and what are the members, the people that join the huddle, what are they going to get out of that meeting? Like, what should be their expectations for, for joining the Central Valley Huddle?
So let me circle back to my earlier point, lack of information. So I think first and foremost, with the Central Valley Huddle, is we're going to go ahead and give you a lot of information as to properties, why to invest in Fresno, why it's a secure market. We're going to hold our meetings here at 388 Santana Row. So we have a conference room here in the heart of Santana Row, in the sewer building. So we're going to hold about 8 people every other Saturday. And what we're going to do, what you and I are going to do, is we're going to break down investment properties. Now, good investment deals grow really, really, really quick. So they're available maybe less than 12 hours. So what we're going to do is show people how to identify investment properties, what to look for, how to make a decision. I know sometimes as an investor, you want to go take a look at the property, walk the property, look at the premises, look at this, look at that. But before you get there, 4 or 5 days may have gone. And I'll be honest with you, the really good deals are gone less than 12 hours. So we're going to show you how to look at properties objectively and not with emotions, because at the end of the day, we're investors. We care about the return on our investment.
Yep, absolutely. So two big opportunities. One is how to analyze the opportunities, and then secondly, if you have a 1031 that you want to exchange out of the Bay Area and you're looking for much better cash flow, then let's evaluate your situation as well. We just put an investor into an 8-plex in Fresno through a 1031. Very happy with the results. So let's explore that as well. So folks, once again, every other Saturday, and if there's a big demand, we can do it every Saturday as well. But for now, every other Saturday, 388 Santana Row in San Jose, at the Missouri building. If you're interested, reach out to me or to Erick. Erick, you want to give out your email address?
Sure. My email address is emotta@hmestar.com.
And that's
That's EMOTTA@HMESTAR.com.
All right, great. And then, folks, you can reach me at bobby@bayflip.com. And so thank you, Erick. Hopefully, we'll do many more of these podcasts, and I hope to have you again in the near future. But thank you very much, and I'll see you on Saturday.
Absolutely. Thank you, Bobby. And again, once again, I appreciate me being your first guest on your podcast.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Take care.
Okay.
Okay.